Okay, guys, so now we're going to look at the skull from a lateral perspective. And from this view, you can see several bones easily in view here. The parietal bone, the frontal bone, the temporal bone, the occipital bone, and a little bit peeking out here is our sphenoid bone. Now remember, this is a bone that basically holds the skull together, so we can see it from multiple different perspectives. Of course, we can still see portions of our facial bones, like our zygomatic, our maxilla, nasal, and portions of the orbit. In addition to the bones are held together by these bony zippers. These are a type of joint. They're immovable, called a suture. So they literally look like little zippers. So holding our parietals to our frontal bones, we have one called the coronal suture, and it's in the coronal plane. Posteriorly, and I'm going to turn the skull to the posterior view briefly just so you can see, holding the left and right parietal bones to the occipital bone, you have a V-shaped, upside down V-shaped suture called the lambdoidal suture. Now, if you are familiar with Greek, a lambda looks like an upside down V, so that's why we call this one lambdoidal. Connecting our parietal bones on each side to our temporal bones on each side, you have another suture called the squamous. Now, those that are familiar with histology may know that squamous is a word that means flat, and this is a really flat portion of the skull just above where the ear is. So, parietal bone to temporal bone are connected by the squamous suture. You're also going to notice another interesting sutural feature here. It kind of looks like an H shape, and this is where the temporal, parietal, frontal, and sphenoid bones come together. And this area here is known as the pterion, and it's spelled with a P like pterodactyl, Pterion, the pterion. So that's this little H-shaped sutural region.